Hi there. Happy Friday Eve to you. Today, I want to talk a little bit about a personal experience had at the doctor's with the family. So, we have a modern family. I am Cooper's stepmom. He's 13. My husband, Rob, was there, took the day off of work, and Cooper's mom, Tammy, we all went together to see the pediatric orthopedic surgeon to talk about Cooper. And he's 13 and he had a little issue, but boy, oh boy, the delivery of the doctor, who was great, by the way, let me say, highly recommended. When I was running pediatrics, he was the name of the doc we always sent our patients to. And just a wonderful group. He's been there, I think he said 27 years now. The practice manager's been there 20 and resigning. Not resigning, she is retiring. So it's always hard, right? Going to the doctor. It's never like, oh my God, I can't wait to go to the doctor. But when you're going for your child, there's a lot of worry, right? So I wonder about the delivery of the physician and also of the PA. And this is not just for this practice today. It's not just this doctor today. But I wonder how much thought goes into the minds of the physician or the PA about how the parents are feeling and the worry and the lack of understanding that they have for some of these medical terms that they throw out. So, anytime I heard a medical term that I didn't understand, I was sure to shout out, I don't know what that means. Does anybody else know what that means? And our big entourage in the room all agreed no. So something was explained. And then when the doctor did come in, he had, x-rays up on the screen. And we were all waiting anxiously for his determination of what the situation was. And it started something like this. You mean all these years, nobody's ever caught this before? This is the first time. So that's not a great feeling. It's like, no, we didn't. So what does that mean? Like in our heads, we're like, well, all right, so what does that mean? Is it really bad? Like, can you tell us? So go through the whole gamut and explaining and understanding. But at the end, because I did ask in the end to kind of give us a summary, right? As I made mention of the fact that, when you came in the room, you started by saying that this has not been detected in all of his 13 years of life. And he was born with it, right? So it's congenital, we learned. Thank God for Google. Because, you really want to know what those terms mean when a doctor keeps saying it over and over again. And because it's in their everyday language, it's not in our everyday language. I only hear congenital when I hear like heart disease. Congenital heart disease, what's congenital? So as ignorant as that might sound, that's the truth, right? And there's some terms that we just don't use in everyday language. So we need to have that broken down. And we really need the medical community to just have some more sensitivity training. If somebody's been in practice for 27 years, I'm going to say there hasn't been much of that over the last 20 plus years, right? Not a lot of sensitivity training and how you're going to give your delivery. And I'm going to say I've heard a lot worse. I didn't think his delivery was bad, but I certainly, was gasping inside a few times, like, whew. And so ultimately at the end, so in summary, it's not really as bad as we might have walked in thinking it could have been. So that said, it just leads me to just thinking about all the time to patients. I love going to doctor's appointments because it's just really great content for me as the doctor whisperer and to see what's going on. It was a very decent experience. It really was. And I got to speak to the administrator there that's been there for so long. And, we share common ground in the medical industry. And there's usually no greeting of who they are, There's not like, hi, my name is Dr. blank blank, and you are. So through the middle of that, he wanted to isolate who each of us were, because I'm sure he was confused that there were 2 women, 1 man, and a child. So you don't want to say anything to offend anybody. So communication is key. And how you deliver information as a physician, as a PA, as an NP is really important. I have found in my 20 years, the best delivery of information has been nurse practitioners, really, because they spend a lot of time as RNs before they go in and become nurse practitioners. So, he was very smart, very good. And we feel relief today, but we could have felt it in the beginning of the consult, not at the end. So, food for thought, more of this conversation when I do meet with my clients about how they're delivering information and thinking more about what the patient and the parents of the patients, or the loved one of the patient is thinking about, and ask questions. Not a lot of people will make the doctor explain what they're trying to communicate to us, because we don't want to look foolish, right? I don't have that problem. I don't care about looking foolish, but I've seen that before. So if you have a question, you need to speak up, because they just don't realize that you don't understand until you say something. And that's my tip for the day. So I hope you have a fantastic night, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Ciao.